Hello and welcome to the Archie Luxury channel. Today we're talking about what does your wristwatch say about you. And I wanted to talk about Tag Heuer. Tag Heuer. What does Tag Heuer say about the owner? Well, it says they know nothing about fucking wristwatches, because anyone who knows anything about wristwatches wouldn't be caught dead with a fucking Tag Heuer strapped to their wrist. I mean, Tag Heuer is a commercial brand. It's a brand that has no fucking horology in it whatsoever. It's basically mass-produced pieces of shit with a generic ETA movement on them. Great marketing, and everyone thinks it's a great luxury brand. And, you know, the people I've worked with who wear Tag Heuers, generally speaking, have been absolute fuckwits. I mean, they have this grace and air about them that Tag Heuer is the greatest watch that's ever been in existence, and it just goes to show you how fucking stupid the average Tag Heuer wearer is. Let's do a bit of stereotyping. What's the average Tag Heuer owner like? Well, they're going to be aged between 20 and 45. The average Tag Heuer owner is going to be somebody who bought the watch for themselves, and they think that, you know, it's a good piece of horology, and they know nothing about brands. They know nothing. They've heard of Rolex, but they're used to Seiko at the mall. They're used to just generic pieces of shit like that, and they think they've got a really decent watch. And the reality is, they've got an absolute piece of fucking shit. And this is the whole thing about Tag Heuer, is that it's a pretender's brand. It's a brand for people who know nothing about watches, and it just shows you how fucking naive they really are. And it's quite sad. I remember I was on a big billion-dollar project, and I was working on it, and one of the guys there went out and bought a Tag Heuer Carrera as a special thing for himself, and I just said to him, I said, fuck, you know, for that sort of money, I would have got a pre-owned Rolex, or something a lot more decent than a fucking Tag Heuer. I mean, a Tag Heuer is a nothing brand. It's a brand which has really got very little in the way of resale. You know, it's just a fucking bad fucking situation. And Tag Heuer itself there, the person who wears it, they have this bullshit grace about themselves. They think they're really hot shit when really they're just fuckwits. And this is the whole thing about Tag Heuer wearers, is that they think they're really special, they're really important, they're really smart. They think they've got a sports watch, when the reality is they've got a watch slightly above a Seiko. There's no fucking, you know, horology in a Tag Heuer. I will give you, you know, some of the older Heuers, not Tag Heuers. We're talking Heuers, like the Monaco, the Carrera, the Silverstone. They're actually quite reasonable wristwatches, but Tag Heuer itself, they're a fucking nothing brand. And a lot of South Africans tend to wear Tag Heuer. Most Tag Heuer wearers, you know, they're the sort of guys who would also have a necklace, like a silver or a white gold or a yellow gold necklace around their neck. They're the sort of people who wear a very strong aftershave. They think they're players, but really they're just cads. That's what they are. They're cads. And there's no nice way I can put it. I mean, a Tag Heuer, I mean, all it announces to anyone who's a serious watch collector realizes that Tag Heuer is just a crop of shit. And there's no hiding from the fact. I mean, Tag Heuer is just a nothing brand for nothing people. And I mean, you know, gold-plated fucking watches, fuck me dead. Anything gold-plated, you've got to stay away from, you know. And this is the whole thing. Tag Heuer makes some absolutely monstrosities. The sad thing is, I was on this construction project, and I said to this girl who was in PR, and I said to her, she was reasonably classy. I thought she was, she had a few airs and graces about her. She didn't use the F word every second sentence. Didn't have the F word in it. So I said, "Oh, what do you think is a luxury watch?" And she just said to me, "Tag Heuer." And I thought to myself, "Fuck, you wouldn't have ever heard of Patek or anything like that." She would never heard of Patek, never heard of Patek. And this is the whole thing there. There are some people who know nothing about watches, and Tag Heuer is the perfect brand for them, because it's really a brand that would-be's, if they could-be's, wear. And they're trying to act like they've got a really decent watch on their wrist, when the reality is they've got a piece of fucking shit. And there's no nicer way I can put it. There's nothing nice I can say about Tag Heuer. It's the funny thing is, as a wheeler dealer, I've been a wheeler dealer. I always seem to make money with Tag Heuers. I bought them second hand, and I always seem to sell them and make a profit. And it really goes against the grain when people will buy absolute pieces of shit because they think they're really cool by having a tag. And fuck, I can think of a lot better watches I'd rather have than a Tag Heuer stuck to my wrist. A few models that I think would be much better, an Ebel or a Baume & Mercer. They're pretty fucking doggy, but fuck, they're a lot better than having a Tag Heuer strapped to your wrist. And I think the best way to sum up Tag Heuer is would be if they could be, and they're about as genuine as the sports watch they pretend to be, because they're not a sports watch. They're just a generic ETA piece of shit put onto a case, and they got some great marketing. So that's my wrap up. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think. Thank you.